Hello and welcome to this Dos Equis Ambar Double Down. I'm going to put it in this Heineken glass. I just broke the other one. I'm always breaking glasses because I'm fooling with them a lot. I went to set something down and my elbow hit the glass and it's like you see it happening, you can't stop it. It fell over, smashed. I said, oh, I gotta clean that up. Alright, so I bought this at Mather's, $14.99 for the 12 pack. Best Buy December 2021. Ambar, brewed in Mexico since 1897 and originally called Siglo XX. Signal 20, because it was supposed to be the 20th century, but nobody could understand that. The Roman numerals, so they just said George Haas was the original German immigrant, original producer of Dos Equis. So finally the company just said, all right, you can call it 2 X's. But it was supposed to be called 20. 20 for 20th century. Okay, so L0336, so the 336th day of 2020. I don't know what the rest is. Something 15 hours, 54 minutes. Okay. Cerveceria Montezuma Ambar Especial, 12 ounces, good, not 11.2. New bottle design, kind of snappy looking bottle. Is an authentic Mexican cerveza brewed in the style of Vienna lagers. Its signature amber color hides a subtle hint of roasted malts with a surprisingly smooth and clean taste. Salute. Okay, 146 calories. Brewed and bottled by Cerveceria Cuauhtémoc Montezuma, Monterrey, Mexico, product of Mexico, Ambar beer, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains. Okay. 4.7% alcohol. Why am I using a Heineken glass? Because Heineken is nice look. Heineken is the sole owner of Cerveceria Montezuma, Cuauhtémoc Montezuma. It's Heineken Mexico. Heineken does one thing, and that is buy everybody else. Oh well. We'll survive, maybe. Okay, thick. Beige head, an appearance of nut brown, tan, not unlike the old Heineken Dark. If you remember Heineken Dark, boy, I say it's no big deal that I broke the glass. I do regret breaking the glass because I only have one left, but I have a special talent for breaking glasses. All right, I'll get over it in about a decade. All right. Anyway, so 1897, George Haas, H-A-A-S, German immigrant to the Republic of Mexico, started a brewery. He started 20th century beer that nobody could understand, so they decided, okay, we'll just call it 2 X's beer, Dos Equis. In 1983, they introduced the green label, the yellow fizzy stuff, the Dos Equis Lager Especial, to compete with Budweiser, Miller High Life, etc. Corona especially, Corona Extra. But this is the original Dos Equis, the Ambar, the Vienna-style. The regular green label, now it's the regular, is only 4.3, so you get 4.7 here. There was a pale ale off and on. You get that off and on, spiced with the fire ant tears, hot peppers, very good product. There was Dos Equis Roja, the red. Loved it, never saw it again. So I hope they bring out some new variants. Nice lacing on this very clean glass, clear. Brown, let's call it brown. From the light shining through it and onto it, it's just brown. Not amber, brown bar. All right. The aroma, and it's Monterey, Mexico. I've been past Monterey to Saltillo, but I've never been to Monterey. I'd like to go visit that city one day. It's not exactly bursting with flavor. You get more ABV than the Victoria Vienna-style, which is only 4%. Light-bodied, light to medium-bodied, crisp finish, easygoing, super drinkable. Last night I was working at a Knights of Columbus event and I drank a Dos Equis Ambar Especial. It was fine. I mean, I liked it. I didn't really take issue with it, but I was telling the guy that told me to get one, I said, hey, you ever tried the Ambar? He seemed totally aloof to what I was talking about. I was like, the dark one? No. I said, you ought to check it out. But it's funny because a lot of people I know drink incredible volumes of beer, much more than me with my little drink a little bit every day tasting regimen. But they go to a beer store, say like Mathern's or even Walmart. I don't want to say Winn-Dixie because their beer selection is poor, really. But Walmart, and they see all of this, all these brands. But it's like myopathy. They don't see it. They don't see what's in front of them. They'll say, oh yeah, Dos Equis. Grab the green label and go. It's like this is right next to it. Don't see it. Grab Foster's. Remember the old 6-packs of Foster's, 12-pack bottles? Now the big cans. Foster's. Australian Faber, made in Fort Worth, Texas. I was like, you ever tried the green label, the old premium bitters, now known as premium ale? Special bitters, sorry, premium ale. Never heard of it. What is that? Strange, bitter. Oh, I wouldn't want to try that. I'm like, the green can that's always next to the blue cans for the last 20 years? That one? Oh, never heard of it. Can't get over it though. Nice lacing. It's this is one of those very low profile flavor beers. So if you insist on boldness, I gotta have bold, high strength, gotta be powerful. I don't think Mexican beers are gonna really work for you. There are some powerful Mexican beers. Unfortunately, they're not good. I don't think, to me, the Titanium from Tecate, also from Heineken Mexico, Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma. Oh, 7%. Yeah, you get the power, but it's a bad type of power. It's sort of like the dark side of the force, And then they've got the, the pale ale from Dos Equis is what, 5.3. So you get a little more robustness in the strength level there. I think another Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma product, the Bohemia Noche Bueno, or is it Bueno Noche? I have trouble with Latino, Romance languages, the way they do their adjectives. But that's a holiday bock, and I think it's 6 point something, and you never see it, you can't find it. It's got the poinsettias on the label. The head is like creamy in the mouth, but the general offerings from Mexico are mild, very mild, but usually pleasant. Tecate, some people have told me they thought it went down in quality, had gone down in quality. I'm not sure. I don't see the bottles anymore. I used to like those 12-ounce twist cap bottles. They seem to have a really nice corn, like a corn chip flavor, but a good corn chip flavor, not the bad corn chip, like a, almost said Bush Light, but didn't mention it. But thing going, but I'm not sure about that. I do like the new labeling, but I like the old too. They update it about every 7 years, I guess. The Modelo Negra is the chief competitor to this, and it's 5.4, and it has that power, it has that strength from Modelo, and it has a foil cap, but foil covered cap. Price, well, this is $14.99 in Matherns. The Modelo Negra is $15.50 about at Walmart, 12 packs. I think I would still have to side with the Modelo Negra. I still have one of those glasses. I only broke one of the two. I'm not going to do a showdown between this and that because they're not quite the same style. I think the Modelo Negra is not a Vienna style. It's like a, what they call a Munich dark lager style. But all the Mexican beers are German style. And they're all, because with the invasion of Mexico by France, Napoleon III of France, in 1862, due to unpaid debts. You say, what does that got to do with Austria? Well, France and Austria typically, not always, but sometimes, typically, well, depending on the situation, were allies. Not 1914, but not in 1792, but or 1815, but so Maximilian, one of the princes of Austria, the Austrian Empire, was put on the throne of Mexico as the Empire of Mexico, backed up by French troops. And so then their thinking was that they were going to create this Austro-Franco Empire in Mesoamerica. So a lot of Austrians started moving there, and Germans. Well, Austria was a German state, of course, part of the German Confederation until 1866, true story. But and part of Germany itself from 1938 to 1945 again. But another story. But that didn't work out due to a number of factors, but a lot of the Austrian and German and other German state immigrants stayed and say, okay, we'll follow the Mexican law, forget that project, that's too bad for Maximilian, oh well. But they start brewing beers there, like Victoria, the first, 1865, and then this 1897, and then the Modelo, the Corona Extra, Corona, later on Familiar, much later, and so on. So there is a Germanic heritage for Mexican beers, even though it is a Latin American country, obviously. So it's very interesting, fascinating, and that would be the same for the United States. Most of the American beer companies have a Germanic base. Most, not all, obviously, but most. Final assessment. Is it extraordinary? No, not in any way. Is it enjoyable? Yes, it is quite enjoyable. I like the bread crust aspect. I think with the light body, relatively light body, the crisp finish, the easygoing aspects, it would pair well with any sort of Mexican food. And contra-wise, I think it would pair well with a lot of German food. Wiener Schnitzel, some sausages, or just sausages on a bun with sauerkraut, and so yeah, things like that. Yeah, it's sort of like universally pairable. I think Dos Equis Ambar is one of those universally pairable beers, like Budweiser. You say, don't say it. No, no, no. Well, you got to deal with that. I'm not a vampire, and I'm not repelled by the crucifix. But, so to speak. So, short story long, Cerveceria Montezuma's Dos Equis Ambar on the market since 1897. It is a winner in a qualified sense. It's not world class. It's not going to change. It's not going to, cause a paradigm shift in your appreciation of beer. But people have been saying double down, double down. I said I ran out of brands. But then I forgot about Mexico and the Netherlands and Belgium and Germany and France and England. But yeah, I'd check it out. And you're getting a full 12 ounces. You say, but the argument people give me, it's metric. In Europe, it's 330. It's 330. Okay, well, in Mexico, it's 330, right? Okay, right. 355. Let's see. Spaten Optimator, a great. Wish I had words. The Optimator from Bavaria, you know, but it's sold in a 12-ounce bottle, 355 here. So the argument falls flat, actually, when you start thinking about it. But anyway, a very enjoyable product. I'm not going to do a rating because I'm not rating here. It's a double down, but got 13 left. I got 11 left, and be very pleased to drink those. And so, well, if you have any thoughts about Dos Equis Ambar, post them, and of course I'll respond to the good comments. Thank you very much. And I'm going to say laissez les bon temps relais, and I'm going to end this double down by saying you should go to Nuevo Laredo or Matamoros, cross the border, or you could do it at Progreso. Go down to Nuevo Leon, Estado Nuevo Leon, and go visit Monterrey and check out the Montezuma